Hello, Muslim friends of the world. Los Angeles, the city of dreams that has always bathed in the sun, has now turned into a burning hell. Uncontrolled fire has devoured tall buildings, leaving a trail of terrible destruction. FBI agent Alex Thompson stood in the midst of the chaos, his eyes focused on the terrible scene in front of him. He had been on duty in Los Angeles for the past 5 years, and he had never seen such destruction. "No way," Alex muttered, his eyes focused on the burning building. How could the fire spread this fast? Suddenly, Alex heard a loud explosion. He turned toward the sound and saw a building that was completely burned. The fire had devoured the building, leaving only burning debris. "Alex, we have to get out of here," shouted one of Alex's colleagues. "The fire could spread anywhere." Alex did not answer. He continued to stare at the terrible scene in front of him, trying to understand what was happening. Suddenly, Alex saw something strange. In the midst of the burning fire, he saw a building that was still intact. The building was a mosque, and the fire did not touch it. "What happened?" Alex muttered, his eyes focused on the mosque. "Why didn't the mosque burn?" Alex was curious and decided to investigate further. He walked towards the mosque, leaving the burning fire behind him. Alex walked towards the mosque with a curious heart. He could not understand why the mosque did not burn, while the buildings around it had burned to the ground. As he approached the mosque, Alex saw that the mosque was still intact, and there were no signs of fire. He saw that the door of the mosque was still closed and there was no fire coming from inside. Alex became even more curious and decided to enter the mosque. He pressed the door button and went inside. Inside the mosque, Alex saw that no fire had touched the building. All the items inside the mosque were still intact, and there were no signs of fire. Suddenly, Alex heard a soft and calm voice. The voice came from inside the mosque and made Alex feel calm and peaceful. "Welcome, Alex," the voice said. "I have been waiting for you." Alex was surprised and looked for the source of the voice. He saw an old man sitting in the corner of the mosque. The old man had wise eyes and a gentle smile. "Who are you?" Alex asked, still surprised. "I am the caretaker of this mosque," the old man replied, "and I have been waiting for you to tell me the secret of this mosque." Alex became more curious and asked the old man to tell him the secret of the mosque. The old man smiled and began to tell an interesting story. "This mosque has a long and rich history," the old man said, "and the secret of this mosque is related to that history." Alex listened intently, curious about the secret of the mosque. He felt that there was something bigger than himself that was connected to the mosque. But before the old man could continue his story, Alex suddenly felt like someone had pushed him. He fell backward and felt like something was blocking his way. "What happened?" Alex asked, surprised. The old man smiled and nodded. "You cannot enter the inside of this mosque," the old man said, "because you do not have permission." Alex was curious and wanted to know about the permission. He asked the old man what he had to do to get it, but the old man just smiled and nodded. "You will find out," the old man said, "if you have patience and faith." Alex was curious and wanted to know the secret of the mosque. He asked the old man to tell him what he had to do to get the permit. The old man smiled and nodded. "You have to take a test," the old man said, "a test that will prove your patience and faith." Alex was surprised. "What test?" he asked. The old man smiled. "You will find out," the old man said, "if you are ready to take the test." Alex was curious and decided to take the test. He nodded and the old man smiled. "Okay," the old man said. "The first test is a test of patience. You have to wait in this room for 1 hour without doing anything." Alex was surprised. "1 hour?" he asked. The old man nodded. "Yes, 1 hour," the old man said. "If you can wait that long, then you will pass the first test." Alex was curious and decided to take the test. He sat in the room and waited for an hour. When the hour had passed, the old man returned to the room. "How was it?" he asked. Alex nodded. "I can wait that long," he said. The old man smiled. "Very well," the old man said. "You have passed the first test. Now you must take the second test." Alex was curious. "What test?" he asked. The old man smiled. "A test of trust," the old man said. "You must trust me and do as I say." Alex was surprised. "What do I have to do?" he asked. The old man smiled. "You have to say the Shahada," the old man said. Alex was surprised. "The Shahada?" he asked. The old man nodded. "Yes, the Shahada sentence," said the old man. "If you can say it sincerely, Then you will pass the second test. Alex was curious and decided to take the test. He said the Shahada sentence sincerely, and the old man smiled. Okay, said the old man. You have passed the second test. Now you are ready to know the secret of this mosque. Alex was curious and wanted to know about the secret of the mosque. He nodded, and the old man smiled. The secret of this mosque is that this mosque is a holy place, said the old man. This holy place has been protected by Allah, and only people who have patience and faith can know this secret. Alex was surprised and wanted to know more about the secret of the mosque. He asked the old man to tell him more about the secret. The old man smiled and nodded. Okay, said the old man. I will tell you more about the secret of this mosque, but you must promise to keep this secret and not tell anyone about it. Alex was curious and decided to promise to keep the secret. He nodded and the old man smiled. Okay, said the old man. I will tell you more about the secret of this mosque. After promising to keep the secret of the mosque, Alex felt that his life had changed drastically. He felt calmer, more peaceful, and more directed in his life. The old man smiled and nodded. Okay, Alex. Now I will tell you about the secret of this mosque. This mosque is a holy place, a place protected by Allah, and you, Alex, have been chosen to be part of this community. Alex felt shocked and in disbelief. Me? Chosen? How is that possible? He asked. The old man smiled. You have shown patience and strong faith, Alex, and those are very important qualities in Islam. Alex felt touched and in disbelief. He never thought that he would convert to Islam, but now he felt that it was the right decision. Thank you. I accept Islam as my religion, said Alex excitedly. The old man smiled and hugged Alex. Welcome to the Islamic family, Alex. May Allah bless you and guide you on the right path. From that day on, Alex became a devout and diligent Muslim. He studied more about Islam and tried to be a good example for others. Alex's story became an inspiration to many people, including his colleagues at the FBI. They saw the significant changes in Alex and began to question the truth of Islam. Alex became a good example for others and proved that Islam can change a person's life to be better and more meaningful.